All right, we are live. Welcome back, everyone. J Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Breaking news. This came out within the last hour, so I'll still call it breaking news. This is gonna be a hot topic for the day because I got a feeling there's gonna be a trickle effect to this, but um I don't want to assume anything right now. No, that's one thing I've said it a million times. We shouldn't assume stuff in this. What's up, guys? Good morning. Cheers to you. Uh, Impact is bugging, bugging. Um, Surprised you're on early. Yeah, usually not. My mornings usually are not. I'm not a morning person. Let's just say that. No, Ronnie. No, I think everything is good with Melissa Santos. Um, she is the significant other slash fiance or wife. I don't know if they're married, but I'm pretty sure they Brian Cage and her are tight. They just had a kid together, and I think the fans and everyone is very happy with Melissa Santos. So I'm not worried about her in the least. No. But thanks for tuning in this early. I'm not usually on this early. I usually you know go on pretty late. So yeah, Impact just came out with the press release within the last hour or so. Impact Wrestling releases Scarlett Bordeaux, and it's simple. Impact Wrestling confirms that it has released Scarlett Bordeaux from her commitment. Impact. We wish her every success in her future endeavors. I am upset about this. Uh I'm Yeah, I agree. I feel like fans loved Scarlett. Now there are people like Mike. she was she was not shy about her feelings about Scarlett Bordeaux. She felt she was way, proof. How do you say that? Like a whole new level of sexy. She felt like it was way too much. So I know there are people out there that did not like her level of sexiness on the show, but I love the brand and I love that they do put an edgier product out for the more adult fans. Impact Wrestling does put stuff out there for all age groups and younger. Um, and we've seen that. Um, Lee, what is up? Hey, J Bone Lee from Plymouth. Okay. Her not a good move. Had a wonderful character going forward. Impact needs to keep these gems. Yeah, and I hate talking about money and contracts and stuff because we don't know everything. We don't. Um, Killer Cross on his last podcast with Petey Williams and I can't think of the other gentleman's name. Um, that was the Perspective podcast, whatever. It was within the last week. Made some news. Killer Cross putting his situation out there, kind of putting the company on blast. Um, I was I was surprised he did, but I mean, I see both sides of it. I don't think he should have done that, but I'm a man. I'm not a guy working trying to earn money in wrestling. So Um, NXT, uh, no, she's way too edgy for NXT. I don't think they're gonna put her in a pilgrim's outfit, but she's gorgeous. She's talented. She's a great wrestler. I feel like they should have built up the character to a point and then let her run knockouts. I liked some of the intergender stuff, but the thing here is she couldn't afford to keep working there. She has a full time besides this, which means they weren't paying her much, and she takes care of her mom, and she's got responsibilities at home. She still lives with her family, um, which is a shame, but uh, it is what it is. Um, Most consistent show week in, week out. I agree, Lee. I've said that several times on here. I don't know if I I've said that just several times. Um AEW, they can't sign everyone, Um they're preparing for a lot of things. It's just a shame. What I think is upsetting is you hear guys like, and don't get me wrong, this is I'm not like crap Impact Wrestling. Like, this is me saying I'm not going to watch them anymore. Like I said, I still feel like they are the most consistent brand out there, but they pay their workers. If you're putting them on TV on a regular basis, no matter what the TV deal is, that's not what we're talking about here. Although that to get better, but nonetheless, if you're building the character and you got them on TV every week, and they're at all the tapes, and they're going around the country, internationally, to Canada, Mexico, whatever. You need to pay them. Travel ain't travel is not cheap. You need to pay for the flights. I don't know what the company all pays for as far as travel and stuff, but you need to pay your people so that they can be at these tapings and just live a life. Um, they're offering guys like Austin Aries six-figure deals. And okay, Austin Aries is still a top guy in the industry. Okay. So but if they're offering guys like that six figures, you got to pay your up and comers something, at least something, so that they can travel. Got expenses, they've got a life. you know they wanted to bring in Chris Jarrett. They came this close to bringing in this kid Jarrett. There you see, I have first cup. I They wanted to bring in Chris Jericho for seven figures. If you're willing to pay a guy seven figures, now granted, Chris Jericho is one of the best. I'll put him up there with Austin Aries. Like I said, then you've got to have a budget for your undercard. If you're building a brand, get the merch out there. Set your. They're not running out of money. A billionaire owns this company. It's a fact. So, I mean, it sucks. My wife, I told my wife. My wife was like, "Good," It's like, um, but I wanted to see more from her. And she's a Midwest girl. So I was excited about that too. That she was, someone from around here. If it's Milwaukee or Chi Town, and they're successful, I'm happy about that. There's, like I said, there's a pride that comes from this area in the wrestling business of that. And I'll be talking about that even more when I do my little video on going to visit the Crusher statue down in South Milwaukee. Um, but yeah, I know she's gonna shine somewhere else. It's a matter of time. I'm not sure. I've had conversations with Andre Corbeil. He knows a lot more than I do because he's from Canada. He just I mean, we both cover Impact stuff, but he knows a little more of the ins and outs. He's talked to several people. Um, I can't remember the name of the guy, um, but we've talked before. Lisa's been TNA from the beginning. The truth is, people still remember the bad days. So, if Impact going the same track, you get a good TV deal, it's game on. They need a decent network. Truth, no truth right there. Um, and they don't have to get a $5 billion deal from Fox. They just need to get something that's actually put them on TV and promote them consistently. Pursuit can barely put them on now. I don't know why. I don't know why. I thought it was a deep. It was by all means wasn't the best, but it's TV. But damn, um, I'm hearing positive things through the grapevine that something is coming this fall. Hopefully, they are taking us off after Slammiversary. I think they might revamp a few things. Staying positive. I'm not going to overthink it. Um, so yeah, I mean, so it sucks. Like I said, I'm sure we're going to see her somewhere else. um, I don't want to assume. I was just talking to Kyle from the Total Nonstop Impact show. By the way, go check out the latest Total Nonstop Impact podcast. I'm on there with Trent and Kyle. Kyle, scumbag, is back. And we just recorded a couple nights ago. That just got released late last night, early this morning, whichever you want to say. And it's out now, so go check that out. We went a little long. We went 2 hours, but we had a great discussion. So please go check that out. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk about it a little bit. I don't want to assume, like I said at times, we should never assume anything in the world of wrestling. Summer Rae, I doubt that. Uh, I haven't heard anything about that. Nor do I really care. Was she? She was beautiful. She was talented. But her talent unfortunately did not go beyond NXT. But she did start that revolution down at NXT with Paige when the brand really kicked off. I'll give her that. We'll also say great addition to Impact Lounge here. Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I mean, I've been having conversations with them. I think we can help each other because them being on the Impact Lounge, which is like the BQ domain, primarily, which he's coming back from what I've heard. So that's great. Um, them being on there and then them bringing me into the show, um, like my analysis, and they have a great audience. So I appreciate it, and they appreciate me. So it's feels like a good team. Thank you so much. Happy J-Bone Day? What? You would love to be part of the Impact Lounge also. All right, well, talk to Trent and Kyle about that. Their social medias are always pretty active. You know, talk to them. I'm new to the group, so I don't want to be like, yeah, we're gonna do this and this. I didn't know. So, um, like I said, Ronnie, I actually had Rocky right here next to me earlier as I was setting this up, and then he took off. Um, Not beer. Yeah. No more beer for J Bone. Trying to be a little healthier. Quick show you guys because love me, love my cats, and as you can see, Rocky was curled up with me as I was setting this up. He's a big boy. He's a good boy. He's one of my podcast buddies. Love him. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. But usually I lock him out during this just so I can stay focused and whatever. They're good though. No more beer. Yeah, yeah, just with the heartburn and things going on with my health. I've reached an age where I gotta just be a little healthier. Trust me, I love beer, and it's not like I'm going into rehab or nothing, but yeah, I just gotta be healthier. Gotta cut certain things out of my diet. So thanks, Lee, man. Appreciate that. You drink beer for me? Yeah, by all means. You can have beer, and I like these are very good too. These flavored. We always stock up on these when they're like a buck each at Myers, a buck for a 6 pack. These are tasty. These are what is this? The grape Akai. I believe that's how you pronounce it. ACAI Akai. Good stuff. So yeah, no more Scarlett Bordeaux. I don't. Right. Um, I don't want to assume this is going to be a trickle effect where we're going to get another announcement later today that Cross is gone. Um, that would be an even bigger shame. So I don't want to assume nothing, but I know they are together. Um, so let's just hope that they can work something out, because it's obvious that Scarlett and Impact Wrestling couldn't. Uh, but damn, you gotta pay your stars of the show, you know, and it's a well-rounded roster, and they just gotta do it. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here. I've talked enough about this, rambled on. Uh, um, but yeah, and if you're watching this after the effect, let me know your thoughts on this topic, and see you later this week. You guys have a grand day, and don't forget to smash that like button, smash a button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. Much love, all. Take care.